Having examined the rival contentions and on a thorough scrutiny of two earlier full bench decisions as well as the impugned judgment of the special bench, we are of the considered opinion that the special bench has rightly reconsidered the entire matter afresh and redetermined the issues involved in the light of the relevant provisions of the Act, rules and regulations after hearing at length on all issues, and there was no infirmity on that score, even though the point of reference was a limited nature. Courts exist to interpret the law and while examining the provisions of any act, rule, or regulation, if it is felt that the earlier decision on the question is not clear on any particular issue or has created confusion in resolving the disputes or has caused hardship to a group of people. It would be the duty of the court to re-examine the matter after giving opportunity to all parties concerned, and by such process question of taking away anybody's vested right does not arise. In the case in hand, it is not a particular writ or order that had been issued in favor of any individual is sought to be nullified by the subsequent special bench decision. Para. On the other hand, the erroneous conclusion of the relevant provisions of the Act, regulation and rules are sought to be corrected, and we see no infirmity in this approach of the special bench. That apart, though point of reference may be of a limited nature, but in answering the same, if the court feels that it would be in the interest of justice to constitute a larger bench and examine the correctness of any earlier conclusion which might have been made on an erroneous interpretation of any provision, then there would be no fetter for adopting that procedure. In this view of the matter, we see no infirmity with the approach of the special bench in re-examining the issues afresh in the light of the relevant provisions of the Act, rules and regulations. Para. We have also carefully examined the conclusions of the impugned judgment of the special bench, and we are unable to persuade ourselves to agree with the submission of Mr. Ranjit Kumar that the said conclusions are either erroneous on interpretation of relevant provisions or in any way intended to take away the rights of any persons who has got the benefit of the earlier full bench decision. It is not disputed that Regulation 17 in the Board of Secondary Education has been brought into force, which makes it obligatory for every institution to have a headmaster who must be a trained graduate and must have 7 years of teaching experience as a trained graduate teacher. If any appointment has been made to the post of headmaster contrary to the aforesaid provisions of the regulation, then the said appointment would be invalid appointment and would not confer any right on the appointee. Over.